Hello there. Have you ever wondered why is it that you can game easily for 5 to 6 hours but not study properly? Or do your work properly even for 30 minutes straight? Why is it that you can binge watch continuous nights and nights? Doesn't matter for you, but studying 1 or 2 hours seems so much. Well, today I'm talking about a very important chemical messenger in your body, namely dopamine. Well, what is dopamine? See, your body parts are far from each other, right? For this, they need to be in constant communication with each other to perform the functions of your life properly, for which your body parts use either electric signals or chemical messengers. But there is a problem with the electric system, that it requires time to reset and only reaches the parts of the body where nervous tissues are there. But for the chemical messengers, they reach all the parts of the body efficiently. And one such chemical messenger is dopamine. Now, what is the role of dopamine in your body? Well, dopamine is an important chemical messenger involved in reward, motivation, attention, reinforcement, and even regulating body movements. It is the very reason why you would even want to eat food or drink water. When you eat something or drink water, your brain releases a certain amount of dopamine, which acts like a reward function and gives you motivation to come back and drink something or eat later. Right? Similarly, every activity that you do releases a certain amount of dopamine in your brain, which decides whether or not you will feel that activity is interesting enough to do. If a huge amount of dopamine is released, when you do that particular activity, you will want to repeat that activity again and again. But if less dopamine is released, you wouldn't feel that interested in the activity and you wouldn't, think of doing it again. This is why we can sit up straight 5 to 6 hours gaming or binge watching stuff, but cannot study even for 30 minutes straight without getting distracted. Also, this is why people take drugs and drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes because it releases a lot of dopamine. Now, moving on, I have something called tolerance. We all know what tolerance is, right? Now, coming to the dopamine term of tolerance, let me explain this one with an example. A person drinking alcohol for the first time would get high just in one drink. But for a person drinking alcohol regularly, it would take him multiple drinks to get high. Now, once you start overflooding your brain with dopamine, your brain gets used to having high amounts of dopamine. And then that becomes the new normal. Now, if in case your dopamine levels drop below the normal level, you will start feeling irritated, angry, and helpless. Huge amount of dopamine in your brain is linked to being more competitive, aggressive, and having poor impulse control. It can lead to conditions such as ADHD, binge eating, addiction, and other harmful stuff. So this is a problem, right? And there is a very, very, very simple solution to this, but it's difficult to follow, right? The solution is very simple. All you have to do is you have to plan a day. From Sunday to Saturday, you choose one day in which you're completely free, or not completely free, at least you have some amount of free time, or you can say you are the most free in that day compared to the other days of the week. Then you promise yourself to be a dopamine enemy on that particular day. What I mean is try and do such activities which produces very, very, very little dopamine in your brain, such as reading books or studying, or you could just stop playing on the mobile, or you could stop gaming, or you could stop watching those episodes that you're watching. Just stop it for one day, just that particular day, don't watch it. What will happen is your brain will release less dopamine, and slowly your brain will start getting used to having less dopamine, so it wouldn't ask so much, right? So make sure you follow this at least for 21 days, and then it's just going to be a part of your routine because it takes 21 days for any habit to be acquired or to be left. So once it's a habit, then it's just going to be easy. But the hard part comes when you're initially starting it. So make sure you are doing it. This is for your good. It will be a lot helpful if you can follow it. Well, that is what I had today. Thank you so much for watching.